So these are roughly the numbers. There are 1.2 plus billion Catholics. There are another 900 million, about 1 billion Christian believers. That's over 2 billion. There's 7.5 billion people who inhabit the earth. Last time I checked, around there, give or take, 100 million. So about 3/8 of the world's population today, in some way, is giving thought to, consideration of, you in a particular way, devotion to, the reality and the person of the risen Christ. It's hard for me to articulate in the chapel this morning in preparation. Yes, I'm jacked up on Jesus juice. Yes. And a further apology, the health club was closed. I came home and senior said, what do the signs say? I said, I didn't get out of the car to go look. Is you too lazy to get out of the car and go look? You've called them. So I called them. We're closed. But they did say Happy Easter. Health Bridge. I found that interesting. I was too lazy to get out of the car and go look. I'll go to the health club. I won't get out of the car and go look at the sign. That's me. But after that, I went back home, sat in the chapel, and as I'm praying, preparing notes for this homily, focusing on all the things going on in our world. All the things going on. I mean, you're thinking about economics, caution. Politics, anger. Worry. A lot of joylessness. A lot of heartbreak. A lot of financial ruin. A lot of marriage trouble. There's stuff on all sides. As Monsignor, we had some just amazing times together, Father Simon and Monsignor and I. Over the Holy Triduum. The Holy Triduum for the priest is not a kid in a candy store or a kid locked in a toy store. It's way higher. It's way cooler. And we were sharing, and Monsignor's like, we heard so many confessions. The priest truly is the canary in a coal mine. The things that pass our hearts, our minds, what comes to us through the parish and through outreach and through ministry. It's absolutely breathtaking. And this is the world I see and the world I live in. And I'm choosing today, and I want you to choose with me to believe that this guy who is God, who is written about, who is the most famous, popular, the most sold book, the most followed group of committed Christians for 2,000 years, that we're going to choose joy. We're going to choose joy. We're going to choose to believe that this story is true. As he looked inside the tomb, what did he see? He saw he was gone. He said he would get up. He told us. And Jesus, he chides them in Luke 24 when they're on the road to Emmaus. Didn't I tell you? It's like mom and dad when a kid on the hot stove, or kids, listen to your parents. You don't think they know? You don't think they have your best interest at heart? You think your parents want you to have a miserable adult life. That's why they do what they do to you. That's why they send you to school and they dress you up and they make you eat your broccoli and go to bed at a certain time and brush your teeth so you can have a miserable life when you're older. No. The same thing with the church disciplines. We want to awaken in ourselves this consciousness that something's fundamentally changed in our universe. And I'm going to be 50 this year. I'm not going to keep dwelling on the negative. It's too much. It's too much out there. So, it's the resurrection day. Today, I learned from the priests, the nuns, my mom and my grandparents and my godparents and my sponsors, death does not, I repeat, death does not have the final answer in my life. Death is not the final answer. I lost a brother, I lost a father. I buried some of your people, your spouses, your children, your relatives. You've lost people. I just buried a 50-year-old classmate from St. Pat's High School 2 weeks ago in this church. 2 weeks ago in this church. And privately, one of his closest family members sat and confided in me and said, I don't know where where Mike is. I feel very sorry for you. I know exactly where Mike is. I know exactly where my brother is. I know exactly where my father is. And I think you want the same thing I want. I want to believe. I want to believe more. I want to choose to believe. It's harder today. And I'm in a health club. This is great health club story. I get like 5 seconds in between laps. I swim a half a mile. I'm not bragging because the girl who took the state title here, she does. She swims a half mile in a third of the time I swim it. Okay, I'm not bragging. Just so I thought I was watching a tennis match. She swims so fast. She might be an Olympic qualifier. Rizzio or whatever. I see her in Starbucks. Anyway, I get 5 seconds in between laps. 5 seconds, that's all I need. 5 seconds. I'm not going full speed. 5 seconds. I look out in the health club, what's everybody doing? Every single person, well, I feel like I woke up and I'm on a different planet. One suggestion for all of you, and I know it came from God. It came from your dead relatives. They channeled it through me. It's coming to you. Put down your technology. Hang out with each other. Talk. Let's be a family again. I tell you what. I said this before. I'm sorry. I was trying to go positive. See, you brought me back in. I told people 2 weeks ago. I was giving a homily, and I said, "I'm going to tell you my fantasy." Father, there's a lot of people here. There's children. You're going to tell us your fantasy. Yes, my fantasy is to walk around one day of my life with plain clothes on and just smack technology out of people's hands. And then do this. What's up? Now, I'm not going to choose guys bigger than me. But if you're smaller than me and you don't work out, I'm going to knock it right out of your hand. Now, knowing my luck, I'll probably get some ex-state wrestler or something. Some one of those cage box matching guys who takes me out. But the point is, we got to stay focused. So I got to stay focused on a homily. We got to stay focused on the joy of the resurrection. The resurrection gives to God and His believers victory over death. Look, my dad died of heart disease. Your parents may have died of cancer. I got the cure for heart disease. I got the cure for cancer. I found the fountain of youth. I got all of it. Maybe if you don't get it, I got the lottery ticket. Maybe that works with you. I got an engagement ring. I don't know the happiest moment. Watching your kid be born, I'll never have that day. I'll never have that day. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Every woman in this country and world is very, very happy. That day will not come for me. But for all of you who had that day to look at your child being born, this is more. This is more. And I got to get people up to that level because the tide against us keeps growing. It keeps building. So we got to be strong in our faith. We got to be convicted, intentional disciples. Listen, the people that, for those of you who are visiting, and God bless you. I should have said welcome and God bless you and welcome again. And, this operation, this mass, this parish, we rock off the charts. The only one getting complaints are people against Father Simon. That's not true. I get my share too. But this is good to be together. Look at it this way. Let's say you don't believe. Let's say you got dressed up, you got dragged here. You're gonna go out for get some free food, aren't you? Someone's picking up the tab on your meal. You get to see your family, you get to get dressed up, you get a free meal. Come on. Now, I'm willing to bet for the non-believer, or like one just kind of casually coming in and out, that's your choice, free will. Back to the canary in a coal mine. I got to go to sleep and eat too. I can't worry about every free will choice you make. Nor can I let the world's free choices disturb my inner peace. It'd be too much. You'd kill me. So, I'm willing to bet. I'm curious, and if someone would follow up on this. And you could. People have done this to me. They've actually called and followed up. If you brought a relative or a kid, someone came to church who doesn't even want to be here, and they say, okay, I'll go. All right, I'll go. I'm willing to bet the person doing most of the serving and cooking and picking up the tab is a real believer. The other guy's going for the free ride. Because I never heard of anyone who, I shouldn't say anyone, there's no group of atheists that get together and build children's hospitals. There's no group of, if there is, it's very small. Someone's going to call me, there's actually a group, Father, of atheists, and they got this cancer treatment center in Wichita somewhere, and it's like 4 supporters, they're all. The point is, we're here together. We're here together, and either way you look at this, we're going to be dead. We're all going to be dead. What's your final answer? Is it dust? Is it just dust to dust? Am I going into a ground? They're going to sing some songs. You know, I always sentimentalize the Irish funerals. Oh, Johnny, what a good lad he was. And with the bagpipes. You know, so I'm always moved at firefighters and police funerals, military honors. I still get choked up. And then there's a horrible confession to make, but it's true. I will do a funeral any day before a wedding. I just like them better. I don't know. I'm a little goofy. I asked the other priests what they think. Because it reminds me of my mortality. And I got an answer. I know this one. I feel like Horshack. I know the answer. Christ got victory over the grave. Christ is the final answer. There is hope in my despair. There's a great light in an ever-increasing world of darkness. Believe in the resurrection. God has found an answer for us. Monsignor on Good Friday. See, if you're visiting, here's the problem. When you come in and out of any religion, any group, doesn't matter if it's religion, if it's science, if you're a musician, if you're a basketball player, whatever you do for a living, you can't just walk in and out of a profession and think your game is an A game. You got to do some homework. You do some study. Many of us, we are since this started on Thursday. For those of you who think God takes his time, God takes his time. He does. But when he moves, boy, does he move. Thursday, he had the Last Supper under the same moon that Moses led the people out of Egypt under Pharaoh. Under the same moon, the same moon. By that I mean the first full moon of the spring equinox is the same moon we had. That's why the Easter calendar moves. We changed the dates to line up exactly historically with the same day Moses got led out of Egypt. The same day Jesus entered the Passover. It's the same day. That was Thursday. He said, this is my body. He gave us the ultimate covenant of love. 17 hours later, he died. 8 hours earlier, they're beating him up. They were scourging him. They were crowning him. They were mocking him. By the way, when a little small tangent, when John and Peter looked in the tomb, what did they see? What did they see? You could answer. What do you think they saw? Shroud of Turin. How about that? They probably saw the Shroud of Turin. Jesus, when he got it, what do you think resurrection looks like? You think Steven Spielberg has done anything like this? You think Star Wars 19 is going to look like this? He bursted out of the thing. Bam! Talk about a radiation blow-up. This would be Byron times 100. It's not even fun to think about, sadly. So they probably saw that. So it happened fast. He gave the Last Supper, then they tortured him, then he died. And Monsignor said so beautifully on Friday, we're winding up, don't worry. He said on Friday, God gave the ultimate judgment on Good Friday. The ultimate judgment, and some of you can't take it. You can't take it. You know what the ultimate judgment is? Mercy. I came for mercy. I did not come to condemn you people. I came to give you mercy. You were the ones kicking and screaming. I gave you a softer, easier path. You wouldn't take it. You chose to remain in your sin, to have hardened hearts, and not let the light pervade inside. You made choices. And I make choices. And they put us in a situation we're in. The cross and the judgment are final. It's God's final answer for us. Are you going to accept this? And I'm asking you, please consider, yes, something in your life might change. Is that so bad? I just gave up potatoes. Please visit the Italian restaurant in this town. I stopped going. I don't eat pasta no more. No potatoes, no bread. I dropped 10 pounds just bam, like that. Well, since Ash Wednesday. But what's the point? I feel great. I had a Giorgio's pizza. I broke down, had a Giorgio's pizza the other day. Hey, I'm a sinner. I'm weak, okay? I don't claim to be the righteous one here. I like Giorgio's pizza. Don't get me wrong. I felt awful. I'm all bloated. I'm like, this doesn't feel right. When you get into the right moves religiously, when you start honing in on the discipline stuff, it's like a jump shot. It comes a little easier. It's like a swim stroke. It's like him playing the trumpet, or when you trumpet, all right. Just trumpet over there. You get better at it. And you work with it. So yes, the invitation may require you to change something. You may have to change something. Where is it? We're almost done. I might have to make some more room in my soul. My soul might be a little more overcrowded. You know, I joke all day long with Monsignor, I'm the worst priest ever. And he goes, you shouldn't be telling people that. I said, but I think about myself all the time. He goes, I know you think about yourself all the time, and you're talking about you, thinking about yourself all the time. I can't win with this guy. Anyway, I love him to death. What's the point? I'm talking about you maybe, too. Maybe I think too much of myself. Maybe, the worst thing I heard, sorry. We do the emissaries. We actually have our own group in this parish, like Jehovah's Witnesses, who go door to door. Don't be shocked if one of us shows up at your door to knocking. We do the same thing. A couple times a year we send people out. It always shocks me when the emissary from our parish goes to a non-believer's house or a fallaway's house, and they say, hey, can we pray for something for you? And I get the answer back, no, I got this one. Don't let that be your final answer. I got this. You should see my healthcare plan. You should see my 401. You should see the car I drive. You can see the wife I'm married to, the husband. You should see the house I live in. That's going to save you? Man, was it Kansas or was it Boston? All your money won't one more minute buy. Who sang it? You don't know who sang that song? Kansas, thank you. What are you holding out the information on me for, huh? I'm trying to work here, huh? Help me out. What a great line in the song. All your money won't one more minute buy. I'm going with the resurrection. We're going to wind up this homily. I might just, here's another one for you. I got another one. You just might have to accept being loved unconditionally, and you don't want to. It's too close. Our God loves us from the inside. He gets inside of us. The kingdom is within. You might not want that. You like life over here. You're one of those people. You're a control freak. I will not accept being loved unconditionally, Father. No way. I'm doing this on my terms. You know the theme song of those who go to hell? Frank Sinatra. I did it my way. Huh? Come on, you should heat up the band on that one. Anyway, there's the Frankie. We know where Frankie's at too. Well, we don't, but we'll pray for him. Forever. Okay. So maybe you won't accept being loved unconditionally forever by a power and person beyond our understanding. That's a serious proposition I'm offering you. I'll wind it out. I know, I'm sorry. I get too excited. I didn't work out. The proposition is exciting. I'm asking you to accept being loved unconditionally by a power you cannot see that is beyond your intellectual capacity, nor can you experience. Okay, fair enough. Call me. We'll talk about it. We'll get a cup of coffee. I'm buying. Let's talk about that proposition. Is it in fact possible that this man who claimed to be God, who died on the cross in a very visible public death, who is the most sold recorded book in the history of the human race, actually in fact got up from the dead, and this is eyewitness testimony? Is that possible? I offer that to the jury for your consideration. Of course it is. Of course it's possible. The stone that's been pulled away maybe have to be my stone in my heart. Did you ever think of that? So I let him in. Why? All this isn't theatrics. I just get excited. I'm sorry. If you're visiting, I know I look like a kook. Sorry. I get really excited because this is important to me. I want you to have this. I'll give you some stock tips later, but it's a whole other story. I want you to be wealthy. I want you to be healthy. I want you to be spiritual. Why would I want less for you? Why would a father want less for his children or a mother than what's best? And Jesus is the best. So, conclusion. So some are sitting there. I get a kick out of me. I wrote this like 3 hours ago. So someone sitting here. This is. Someone is sitting here thinking about what I'm saying. There's got to be somebody. Percentage-wise, it's got to be one person at least. And you're thinking, this is too good to be true. This is too good to be true. Father, this cannot be the truth. Your 2,000-year tradition cannot, in fact, be the true religion God established through His Son, Jesus Christ, built on the rock of Peter, had successive popes in an unbroken line, teaches doctrine substantially without any error for 2,000 years. No, there's no way. I can't believe someone would do so much for me. I don't even know this person. It's like a dream. It is. It really is. It's like a dream, baby, and I'm living it. And many people at Mass this fine morning, and I know your faces, and I know you personally. You're living it too. Welcome to our dream. And we're awake doing it. It's powerful, and it's awesome. You got anything else for us? No. Happy Easter.